Hey all this Nazis, welcome back to the lowest level possible challenge. This is the bonus part 2. First bonus part started of course after the credits part 2 part and stuff that, which is actually not the final video in the playlist. It actually became the second final because the video uploaded fast and became like finished faster or whatever because the video was shorter. So that's why it had priority in the like playlist and stuff that, and going in and manually trying to move the videos in the playlist is really annoying and stuff that, so yeah. So we have here the hallway, which is of course by completely changed color here used to make it, stick out. And stuff that, and normally we would be using, of course, both him and both Barrett and them because they are the lowest level, but we are not going to be doing that actually and stuff that, so we're actually going to use Roll here because we are going to be using different party members here. So we are going to be using Cloud, of course. So yeah, you can just give them Crystal Bangers, the one that we aren't going to be using and stuff that, it's good of course, but yeah. And the reason for this is of course, obviously because this fight gives you a lot of... So we're going to be using both, which is level 36. And we're going to be using Yuffie the Youthster because Yuffie the Youthster has Rising Sun and it has the same slots as Buntline has and stuff like that, but yeah. So Rising Sun is of course the best double AP weapon in the game. Her other double AP weapons of course, Wind Slash and Twin Viper are of course early weapons and stuff like that. But other than that though, she has no other black double except for Rising Sun. Another thing that is good about Sid, of course, is that Sid gets late game double AP weapons with Viper Halberd being like the good thing is that even his first double AP weapon has 58 damage and has the 4 slots that is like the standard. Or basically because normally double AP weapons here, for example, like 4 stealer 3 slots and then the other double AP weapon 4 slots, and that's how it is for most characters. But for him, for example, yeah, Viper already starts with 4, and then you actually get 5 slots with Javelin, which is absolutely insane, which is 2 like linked slots and then one of those, for example. So that, which is really good. Her Rising Sun is of course really special because it's the only real weapon like that. Vincent's also has pretty decent like double AP weapon. Like his first one is actually a pretty weak one, but it's a 3 slot, but it has like 1 linked slot and 1 like open slot, basically single slot. And then for example his Buntline is of course 4 slots, but that is again 2 linked slots. It's actually when I'm going back in this t-shirt. I think that this t-shirt is like too tight up at one specific spot that makes it, if I lean like forward, like it puts pressure on a certain spot or whatever, right, that hurts, But yeah, anyway, so that's that. Right, so we are going to be using like this. So we can use Rising Sun here. We are using new style here, of course, obviously, and then slap an Imperial Guard on him. Let's slap on Ribbon. I don't know if we need Ribbon for this fight or not. Actually, sneaky gloves. Right, because he is highest level, and which is what matters really the most here. Right, so sneaky Claude, and Claude will actually be using Moonblade here actually. And stuff like that, yeah. So I mean, the whole AP situation isn't important because those we can easily just level against the balls, stuff like that. But we want double cut here. We probably want steal, yeah. We want the steal to go up here, stuff like that. And all of them are probably going to be using a steal, but not just double. Just put steal there as well. Just in case, stuff like that, and then put. Put HP and then put plus on Claude. Give her Magic plus and Luck plus. Bahamut, Alexander. Give him Fiat and Bahamut. All. all, right, restore, barrier, right, yeah, barrier, restore barrier, the time, yeah, we're not using contain on him, using contain on her, put combat on Sid, all restore. All restore. All revive. Right, and now let's just put counter and magic counter there just so we can gain some actual stats on them and stuff that's yeah. I'm not using long range included here. Sadness. We should have actually gotten actual, you know, what do you call it? We should have gotten like actual pens and stuff there. Yeah. So there's some Salem bot there, so both of them has very good that. It's kind of luck, yeah. I mean, but she's using luck plus. Yeah. Let me see. Yes. Save here. Let's see how this fight goes. Because we want to steal from them, of course. Thurks again. And normally you're supposed to do this directly after getting the submarine. But it's actually kind of meant to be like a secret dungeon and stuff that, which kind of makes sense, you know. First taste up here. Actually, we should probably have a quick sense here because I don't remember how much health they have. It's actually bad, hasting them up. See, why do they have to hit clothing immediately? That's like the absolute worst thing. I feel it can still go slow down and stuff that, you know. Because yeah, we will just restart basically if we don't get the items here and stuff that's yeah. Keeping on slow here just because it missed the blue, black or green last time. And that is always confusion with me to light. At least in this fight. Slow see this beautiful flag good. So you cannot see multiply here, of course, obviously. Yeah, because keep in mind that there are reasons why you would skip out on this fight, of course, normally and stuff like that. But yeah, we did of course do some fights. Like I'm gonna have to go back and check in some more videos, so I can do like a compilation list of all the extra fights we took that we didn't need to take. Because I'm pretty certain in the China building, right, we didn't leave a certain floor fast enough, so we got one counter, and that encounter becomes forced in that very specific place. The same thing is when you invade a building, you also cannot quote-unquote escape from encounters, meaning that if you get encounters, you need to activate them, you know. Of course, you can get into an encounter and of course steal stuff and stuff like that, because, you know, yeah. He leaves. He's just a little bit behind the damage basically and stuff like that, which is why we start attacking him here. We shouldn't have to waste like more magic here basically. Yeah, he didn't even get a turn off there because he's slowed. So you see how much AP this is basically. So this fight gives you 660 AP, which is not of course near like the weapons or Hojo or anything, but it's 660, so this becomes, so what is it, 1220 then, or 1200, 1300 something, because it's, you know, yeah. And yes, again, quite a lot of XP, but it was only enough to give us one level here, and we got like a bunch of... So Sinna's new secret weapon to battle the weapons. Let's see. We used to breathe her up here. We'll probably just do that, yeah. So now, we got a bunch of AP here and stuff like that. They are still only level 1 on that, but yeah. So we have access to Q3 here. We have access to Reflect still, no wall yet. We have access to Slow there, not Stop yet. We have access to Regen there, we have access to Flower Course. Yeah, so now we have access to 2 Cedric. We have 2 Cedric now at this point, 2 Cedric and then 1 Suffering. This is of course a more ultimate version like Vitality and Spirit plus 50. Now sadly of course there is no ultimate of the other ones, right? Because this is of course the defense one and stuff that you would imagine that it would be a damage one, right? That would be like magic and like strength plus 50, but there is no such thing, you know, and stuff that. And the question is like, did they plan to have that? Like, because it makes no sense. Like, okay, Suffering is also very special because of course it's about builds, Suffering and stuff that, you know, but yeah. the area is still dangerous even with this equipment, by the way, and stuff that's yeah. Yeah, put the ribbon on Claude now instead. Paralyzed Petrify slow numbers. Sudden Death Petrify. Now there is something that has poison here that can be pretty annoying, but actually let's go tougher on him. Yeah, so we will see what order we will do certain things in and stuff that, of course, obviously. So we need to get all the loot in here, of course. There are some good stuff in here. This must be the cargo. We get the Mega Elixir. It's nice, so now we have 4. And we go to the very end first. Which this is where Highwind is, right? Oh, that's the Spirit Lance. The Spirit Lance is actually very good if I remember correctly, because it only has 4 slots. But it has very high stats on it, 92 and 112. It has 4 slots now. You would imagine, right, the Spirit Lance would have maybe it was planned to be a double AP weapon or a triple AP or something like that. You know, so if I remember correctly, it has pretty decent magic stat on it. Not as good as Venus Gospel, but obviously, you know. And the enemies here are rough, most of them. So that's confusion. This is terrible, it's all messed up. We get Hades here. Hades is very good, of course, because Hades is out of that whole minus 10%. XMP plus 15%. And then, yeah, because the other ones are all minus 10 here. The one with the like this is in the higher tier, in the next tier above that. Because you can see it's the same, only minus 10, but it's like plus 5 extra in the MP, and it has that whole 4+4+, so that is good. In Keepman, of course, Kotor, that is the ultimate one, has unique stats that is only to Kotor, that is to nothing else in terms of stats it gives. There we go, there's Highwind. Now, of course, we are nowhere close to getting Highwind, of course, obviously, and stuff like that, you know. And then we get Outsider. And Outsider, if you're not after double growth or whatever, right, or anything like that, then like Outsider is like really good and stuff like that. I definitely think that Outsider is supposed to be the actual gun that Coordinate Vincent actually had as being part of being a Turk and stuff like that. Yeah. And this is the guy that can give you Aqualung. He has Vital Breath. So yeah, that's the guy that can give you Aqualung actually. Let's actually show you here the Outsider. Let's actually equip that on Vincent. You can see there's Outsider, which is 80, and 120, which is pretty decent. And you can see it's better than Long Barrel R here, and it's also better than Winchester as well. And it has that. A Long Barrel R, of course, the 8-slot weapon actually has 255. I actually forgot about that. That the that his 8-slot weapon actually have the 255. Because the 255 is basically the he never misses. You can still technically miss with like Death Blow even with 255. But that's often if the enemy has certain specific stats on it. So Barrett is now 33 because of that. He is 33 as well. 33 on Earth, 54 on China Food. So now we got everything that we wanted here, of course, obviously. So yes, we are eventually going to go and dig as well, but I don't remember where everything is where you dig, or if the game will do even acknowledge those items and stuff that, like the items that we missed. Please don't have. Okay, good enough. Sometimes, of course, emerald weapon can actually be outside, even when you black leave and stuff that, and then I believe you get into an encounter immediately. Right, and there you can see emerald weapon is just driving around Christmas tree and yeah, because you need to go this higher up route, I believe, right? But then instead of going like north for it, you need to go over this way instead. Because we're gonna go and visit the place with some Vincent backstory. And I'm gonna show you that even if you have Vincent as a character, he doesn't show up unless you have him in the party, basically. Because we did go here before you, of course, you know, to show you what happened when you, and that was of course before we recruited him and stuff that. But now I'm gonna show you here. You still get EX Turks now. It says instead of saying separate and stuff that, and then you're like, okay, it said separate before, and now it says separate there. But it says like EX Turks, so you're like, okay. You slap EX Turks into the party, and then you go inside. EX Turks. That voice can't be Lucrezia. Sephiroth's real mother. Because the goal was actually to create an ancient. That was the goal with Sephiroth actually and stuff that. And he had a weird. He says that also a bit weird when he was after a Turk and stuff that. Yeah. Imagine though if there was like a side quest in the game that they would have done that would have like removed his regular limit breaks, that he would lose like all in beast and all of the other transformations, and then like restore Vincent to his like human form and stuff that. You know, to his quote-unquote Turk form or whatever, but yeah. The experiment of humans. And so the thing is, it's actually Sephiroth that they're talking about there specifically, actually. But Sephiroth was actually injected with Genova cells when he was in her womb or whatever it was. That's of course the younger Hoyo and stuff that, but yeah. Hoyo was of course because he's the guy that killed the Professor Gast and stuff that and everything and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They could have used called Doctor, they could have used called Hojo Dr. Forsuf, Fauci or Bill Gates. That would make him just as evil. And he got experimented on and stuff that, of course. But the thing is, he's not changed in how he looks. There, basically, at that point, he still is, you know. So why did he start wearing like different clothes and stuff that? Because like Hojo didn't put those things on him, like the gear he's wearing. He's used to wear that for himself. So he basically got into an edgelord mode and was like, I need to find some fitting clothes. And then you can see part of his hair is still normal, but he almost has like a ponytail now or a longer, you know, but yeah. I hope they do something with this though, and like actually let Sephiroth actually meet Lucrezia actually and stuff that, so yeah. And I wonder if she can tell that he's lying and stuff that. Now, immediately if you go inside, there is nothing here. Of course, you need a certain amount of battles or whatever it is. But you don't need to win the battles, by the way. You just need to have some battles. It makes sense that this is actually part of the evil area and stuff that. Making me almost... This makes me actually think that there was supposed to be a hidden path from the mansion to this place. Or something like that, you know, instead of just having the submarine thing, you know. So that maybe, you know. And one thing that is really cool in Darts of Cerberus, by the way, because I actually played through this back on the PS2 and stuff that, and I actually did enjoy it, but of course I've been able to play like games that had like very, very horrible camera and stuff that, you know, and be fine and stuff that, but yeah. So, yeah. Now though, let's go back to where we parked the Highwind and stuff that, yes. Because now there are a few other encounter, or there are some more bosses we need to do. But I think, right, that we actually skipped out on Yuffie's side quest on the whole, you know, she's still in the materia, because it doesn't happen during these 3. So you have to do it basically once Diamond Weapon is finished. For some reason, that is, you know, one thing that is weird here is why didn't they allow you to dock with the underwater reactor when it clearly has like a submarine dock to it? And why can't you like dock in Euron and stuff that and dock in that specific area? But yeah. There's Ultima Weapon just chilling, but we're not gonna fight Ultima Weapon yet. Of course. Actually, let's go inside first here so we can rest up. Your command. Right, so we're gonna test here if we can trigger the... I'm gonna check here if we can get a trigger for it, for the whole thing. I don't think we will, of course. Because yeah, that means that you miss out on the Raps encounter. Tranquilize here first. So we have the Catastrophe, we have the Cosmo Memory, we have the Highwind. Right, then we didn't even pick up the thing for her Great Gospel and stuff like that. But so right, let me think here. We can get Omnislash still is possible and stuff like that, because Omnislash doesn't require anything specific, and you don't get no XP for those fights. Right, let me think. But she will get all creation from the tower. As it does the pagoda and stuff. Does, yeah. Did we actually save in the entire area here? Should have actually saved me closer to the ship just because, you know. Oh, okay, we did save there. Good. Okay, that's the trigger. I guess it's because you actually trust the party once you have gotten to a certain point, basically, and stuff that, you know. So, she's trusting on the party now and stuff like that, but yeah. And yeah, this means that you lose out on a extra piece ring and stuff that which we could have sold and stuff that, yeah. So now, Titan. But yeah, but this also means, for example, you cannot finish that quest even if you have her in the party. We cannot do the thing here, and we cannot go inside her building. Yeah, which is a bit sad, meaning that you lose out on the materia there, inside there as well. And there's no way to loot to get the materia inside here either. Do we just switch though Claude's materia with hers? Yeah, but we probably wouldn't need steel then, right? We need steel and now. We need a special setup here. Is there any statuses that we need to worry about? Because otherwise slapping on tougher than her might actually be better here. Okay, so we need enemy skills here. So we have 2 already with Trine. Enemy skill, and also all the enemy skills in the game. So we can go and get the Trine here. Obviously they also already have Trine, so yeah. Then we use all. Because we can. All and restore. Actually, technically we don't all and restore here because that's just a waste because she's solo. So restore. Yeah, we don't get revive here either. So restore, contain. Yeah, contain, comet. We'll get the HP and MP plus here. SP plus, MP plus, Magic plus. Cat. And Hades. Actually, Hades is 150. Yeah, but it is important with the Magic plus 4 there. Actually, now let's remove that. Let's go with something else. Let's go like Colossus there. I don't think we can steal anything from the boss fight anyway. Get 99 of those. And now rest. We did already grab the stuff in here, right? We did like... Just double checking, so we did grab the stuff in here. Yeah, that's already open. Okay. And then we can close up again. And that's the setup. So we go with 2 empty enemy skills that doesn't have Trine. double check here also. And the path won't be able to open right. Let me see if he says something different. Yeah, because I believe that path only opens during the side quest, right? The path. You know what path I mean? This one. Like this does not open. And it looks like you will be able to go here, but you cannot, even though it's no barrier here. You bada bada bam 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 bam. I would actually like to be able to steal from multiple weapon, but I forgot like when you steal from multiple weapon, right? Like, do we need long range characters to steal from him, or you know, how does it work exactly? You know, is the question. Because I know that you can steal from, you can supposedly steal somehow from even his flying encounters and stuff like that, but yeah. Keep in mind that even if you say no, you can still continue the climb and stuff like that, but yeah. Because you cannot leave after each of these, because then the tower gets reset basically, so. Let's see, can we just double cut him to death is the question. So let's put Region up here. Region boink. We didn't, of course, give ourselves like barrier or anything. I don't know how fast he regens though. There's a 1500 there, and you get an explosion. And then they always come down on what's like the one ahead. Speed change. Not the extreme bomber. Slap. Oh shit, oats. I miss again. Double shoot. Bomber, arg. We get a free turbo if that's nice. Of course. And it's so the canny they means something, but I wonder if it means exactly just what they said, you know. We can fly with this. Yes, we can. Just making sure. So we don't use the turbo racer too early. Boulder's Pagoda. Is this power change? Or is it magic? I think she's magic, right? She's magic change. And next up is power change. And of course, her dad is only change. Because he has all of the thing. Now, why does the whole get over it, you blah 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 or whatever, right? You know, like why is this the one that makes you retreat and stuff? That is more like get this over. It feels like it's a mistranslation of something. I got insurance. Maybe it's because of the whole you're about to get burned, you know, and stuff that, you know. So yeah, magic change. Oh no, it's a dumb thing. We even don't need to use magic on this one at all, actually. Because yeah, it has good magic, but it has worthless like defense. You don't need to waste magic here. Ice ring, yeah, that's normal when you get the ice ring. Which is always like really weird and stuff that like okay, why does she randomly have the ice ring? Or is it to indicate something, you know? Actually, one thing we could have been smarter to set up restoration on both Claude and Bose, because then we could have saved her MP and stuff like that, because yeah. So you list the best fighter on each floor will be your opponent. It's a 5-story pagoda, but the 4th floor is the highest. Yeah, he's actually a weapon master, he's not strength weapon change. Slap. He is slow, if I remember correctly, that's his weakness. And he can do quick also. See, all this stuff is weak. We got a free elixir out from it, that's good. Of course. You have definitely improved, because that means that she has tried to raise this before, you know, and stuff that she has tried to go to the pagoda before, you know. Yeah, but it's kind of cheating because she's allowed to use materia and stuff that, you know. Yeah. Because think about it, like when she probably challenged this, she had the 4-point shuriken, she had a carbon bag and a watches. She has like throw. That's the only thing she has. I mean, if she were stealing like weapons and stuff that, then that makes sense, but she has like a built-in steal. So just a razor here. Oh, I don't remember if he had statuses or not. If he can use Rekas with a status. Probably also having Barry in that encounter I remember being nice. But I'm pretty certain we survive just from having sadness alone, that we survive it. That. Omniscience, what are you doing, Omniscience? Yeah, actually Regan first here, I think. Oh, fine, nice. Yeah, that's not bad damage, actually. That's just because of tough ring, pretty much, because, yeah. And that damage, man. With the might be all nice. Wizard Lightning Beast Sword. He likes to dance cause he has some cool music. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this does a lot of damage because of the rising sun. And then Kyoto, but he needs to get to that head in order to actually cast Kyoto and stuff like that, so yeah, you know. Yeah, you can still cast it because he's still in that form. Please don't be MP Drain. Please don't be MP Drain, please don't be MP Drain. HP lol. 85, yeah. That's definitely gonna help with 4.5k. Almost. My fight money. You get 5k. So what's that in total? You get 5k from one encounter, you get 2.5k. So if you count in all of the tower, all of the encounters you get, it's quite a lot. You get 40,000, you get the occasion. And then both of them are laughing each other to death. And they used and then you hear her team music soon. Yeah, the person who conquers and takes over this pagoda. Yeah, and the cool thing about them is that they don't have any materia and stuff like that. So they have these forms and stuff like that, you know. Ding, 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 ding. And then he asks, do you think they want the materia after the fight is over? Wait a minute. So bad as so do you think they still want all the materia? And this is the real youth music in my opinion, not the youth team. So then of course imagine, right, that if you don't get the whole her stealing your materia and stuff that, you know, but it's the fact that it's possible to not get the scene at all and stuff that, you know. Because I'm definitely gonna say in the original game where probably people that did not recruit her until like disc 3 and stuff that, you know. Unless you for some reason, because the thing is, the chance of you getting the encounter used immediately in the forest is not super high and stuff that, so you know, that's the thing, but yeah. So yeah. Wait. Yeah. Both of them have enemy skill trine, so now all of the ones here have enemy skill trine. Every single one has enemy skill trine now. Because that one is otherwise permanently visible and stuff there, so yeah. So now we also have Leviathan, of course, obviously. So we have Leviathan with water, of course, as the element. So that was pretty cool, because it's really the only way to actually get water defense, except for what is it? Did the Scott God come with water? Yeah, lightning, earth, water, poison, stuff like that. But that's the only way to actually get water as an element of defense outside of that, basically. Because yeah, sadly, Kyota isn't multi-elemental for the purpose of like elemental materia. That would have been an actual cool function of it and stuff, but I can understand that would have been too powerful, because then you might say that the dragon armlet would have been useless and stuff like that, because yeah. Now I definitely would have wanted like a higher version of the dragon armlet that you might say that Sevedrish is that, but it's not really true at all, but of course yeah, you know. But we forgot to rest. I do not get access to the chest area, but yeah. So does he still show up here and say the same thing, or does he say something else now here? Right, so he's there 40 now. Ribbon. Ribbon. Buffering. But then he doesn't even show up here now. Interesting. I wonder if this actually puts it in another state now that you have cleared the tower. Stuff that. Yeah, because they don't allow you to get this chest at all. No, they don't change the shops either and stuff like that. Because that would have been something that would have made sense, that they would have been hiding stuff to sell to you and stuff like that, and then after clearing the Garda Tower, you know, they get some other stuff. And the reason, of course, is to explain the fact that the Turks, of course, are in like Midgard and stuff. That's why you cannot get that thing. Yeah. So we'll be able to see here, for example, that we cannot. Yeah, the cat still doesn't move here. See. I could imagine that now they would show up, like now the thing would happen again. Or something, but yeah. But it doesn't, sadly. I'm just gonna test just for, just for safety data and stuff that, I'm gonna test again here. So here's 35, 34, 34, 34, 38. So it's testing because it would be fun if the thing would actually happen now because of that. So that's it is. So yeah, we can escape here. Good. But you can see everything doesn't happen. Now it would be interesting if it's just that the location is moved to where it happens and stuff that, but no. Just wanted to show you that it's not that the encounter isn't, yeah, it doesn't happen at all. But yeah, now before we do like ultimate weapon, it would be good to actually go and grind now in that other spot. But also now is the time for diggy hole. So there's, yeah, we're gonna need to save, of course, first. And I believe they all count as good treasure here. Good treasure. And now I'm actually gonna hire stuff because I don't remember where all of them are and stuff like that, because, now of course, as you saw, you could use to dig for the whole thing, and if you dig in a correct location, what it is supposed to be, you can like just get it, and stuff like that, but yeah. So 2 here. And of course, it's also possible to use dig in the wrong location and stuff like that. And something that would have been good in this if they would have added something that, if you find a treasure in a certain location, it would just show up as a red thing on like the ground to show you where you can dig and stuff like that, but yeah. Let's see if it's going to be up here. No, it's going to be down, okay. So here's like so like here somewhere. Now I think that they should actually expand the area to exactly where it is and stuff like that, because it's really annoying to have to be like, okay, like that wasn't exactly on the correct pixel, yeah, nothing in here. It probably would have been up here, but sometimes it is down here, and sometimes it doesn't make sense, like why is it, or is it here on the X, or is it like, like sometimes it's just stupid. But actually one thing that you can also do is reuse to this. I'm just gonna test, higher up here, I'm gonna test where the X is here. Because the locations that it points you towards doesn't matter, because we showed that with the key to the sector thing, that if, yeah, there's the mop at least. And right, and I see you're all in.